Welcome to our first district meeting of the year. I'm so excited to have all of you joining us today via Zoom, via audio, any way that you can get in touch with us. I'm glad that you're plugged in. Thank you for being connected. Families, we need you. Guardians, we absolutely love you. And to our teachers, we're glad that you have the day off today to be able to take a listen to what we have to say and to get all the information from the district so you know what to do with it and you can take it and run with it in those classrooms and build some brilliant minds. So everybody's got the day. The kids have the day off. Hopefully they're out having adventure time. We're very excited about that. We're glad we have the funding that Fridays we can have that day. You're just really excited to share some really, really good news with you. So do this. Well, as you all may or may not know, my name is Professor in Detention. Oh, welcome to all of our roller derby folks out there. Kelly, to you, hi, bestie from that. Love you. Well, from being a coach, I learned a lot about how to motivate people, how to get people excited. And my buddy Tim and I, as coaches, we work together with our team and we really motivated and inspired people. And I thought to be a superintendent would be a wonderful thing because I get to inspire teachers all day long to take it and run with it, run with the ball kind of thing. So I worked, and here I am. And thank you so much for having me. And I hope to bring lots of good to all of you. Now, those of you who want to join up with my Dungeons and Dragons campaign, please let me know after the meeting and we'll talk about that. I also have some questions for you. I want to get some noodle feedback. I'm a tabaxi. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Cat folk race, take away 2 dexterity, natural armor bonus. I don't know. I have questions. So see me after the meeting. We will talk. If you want to join the campaign, we have lots of campaigns going on all around Divergent Land. Pick one. Be creative. And I'm excited to be your dungeon master in the world of public education. So let's roll the dice, see what happens. Okay, so first off, we always want to thank our local sponsors. And I have to say, since the last time we thank some local sponsors, I can't even believe the wonderful feedback. Thank you, everybody. This is the best kind of neighborhood. I'm telling you, best local businesses in the world. So shout outs today to many, many local businesses who are helping all around the district, all the schools. Way to go. So we also have some good partnerships that are starting up now because, you get that fire of imagination going and it's just hard to put out. So way to go, everybody. So local businesses we want to thank for supporting our district wide and far. Support you always, always. Okay. So today we want to thank our wonderful bakery here in town, Puns and Buns, for joining us today and bringing us croissants shaped like commas, apostrophes, things like that. Super fun. Thanks, guys. Lunch today will be provided by Fish and Chips, as well as we're doing a vegetarian kind of thing. So they are sponsoring our lunch after the meeting. The Codfather, thank you for the fish and chips. We love that. And let's see, who else? Need and Feed. We want to thank them for the sandwiches they may provide. And for the vegetarians out there, let us turn up the beat. And of course, we've got the beat. They are working together as our 2 vegetarian restaurants in town, and they are providing our salad bar. So, of course, we always want to thank the custodians because they are the heroes. And I want to thank my buddy Bruce Spring Clean, and the custodial staff. Appreciate you. We got you some new shoes from Soulmates, and they are going to be hooking you up with some Heelys that are designed for custodians. Way cool, way cool, way cool. Also, we needed to thank some other local sponsors who are our heroes and sheroes in all different other kinds of ways. We had a glass situation break over at the elementary school because some kids were playing ball and, kids. So thank you to Paint in the Glass for replacing the glass in the front part of the school. We appreciate that. Also, the noodle bar. Once again, I want to repeat the noodle bar just to put it out there and help you remember. But thank you so very much to Walk This Way for providing some really great stir fry that we're going to also be having at that event. So just a little plug for that. Once more to you. And Donut Eat This. Thank you for the donuts with all kinds of fun little teacher things all over them. We appreciate you. So for today, thank you so much to our local sponsors. And last but never ever least, Grateful Bread. Thank you, Grateful Bread, for some amazingly weird sandwiches. Vegetarian, all kinds. Enjoy. Carbs are good. Work it. I appreciate the value of carbs in this community. Thank you. All right. Also, some other things in the news. I would love to invite you to a very, very special event we have going on in our neighborhood. And we are having an incredible celebrity guest who was a graduate of the art school mentality. And he's going to help us to develop our middle school of the arts. And I think he's going to offer some really awesome ideology. So we are having a very, very special seminar coming up. And we are having a rap seminar with Lin-Manuel Miranda. And he will be working with the history and English teachers to develop how to rap to history. And so the kiddos and the teachers are going to be doing a seminar together, which is always a really fun thing to do, where the teachers will be developing their curriculum in tandem with the kids in a set of standards, and they will be developing fun rap songs for everybody because, as we know, music is the key. Those earworms that we get from those little jingles, they stick, everybody. That's glue. So remember, when you can make a song out of it, it's always the best thing to do to get to that long-term memory. Don't forget the sense of smell. Don't forget, we want to associate a smell with that long-term memory. So don't forget, everybody. Okay. I want to introduce a couple of newbie teachers, some apple blossoms, to our teacher crew. Welcome, everybody. So excited to have you. So we just have a couple of new teachers, but I would like to talk math. Let's do math. Math over at the middle school. I would like to welcome Sylvester Dodd. He is from a team called Scorpion. He was working as an artist in residence with them, trying to help save the world. And math genius, super, super brilliant guy. He's going to be helping to teach math and through play. He has a superhero buddy that he really enjoys. And I think he's going to bring some really fun times to our school. So welcome, Sylvester. We're so excited to have you. Imagineering, we're very excited for that. We're going to be offering an Imagineering class coming up. And so excited. One of my former students, her grandfather helped to develop R2-D2 at Tennessee Tech. And I'll tell you a little bit more about him later. Also, for mental health and safety, which I love to call Defense Against the Dark Arts, we are going to be having all kinds of mental health representatives to come in and teach us all how to talk down Bowser. So Bowserville, we will send out the elves, the social workers, our social worker care team. We are going to send you guys out to Bowserland and just see after the seminar what we can do to try to see if we can talk down Bowser and all of those buddies. Maybe they just need a big hug. Don't know, but we will try. Oh, yes, that's right. We also have some new animal friends for animal science and learning all about teams. And Pinky and the Brain will be joining us via remote out of California, from what I hear. They're going to talk to us about life in a cage and what to do when you have big ideas and you're just a little critter in their case. So Pinky and the Brain, so excited. Right, Brain? To have you there. So can't wait for that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look through my notes here, flipping through my notes. You know, it's important to take a second sometimes and to just be real, have a little disclosure. Public speaking is not my jam, y'all. Glossophobia, we talk about that, not the fear of shiny objects, just the fear of public speaking. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just giving myself that minute. Power of weight, I really believe in that. So now I'm just getting my thoughts together, but telling you all that I don't really know everything is kind of important too. And teachers, you guys are great at that. So you folks are wonderful. So, okay, now moving on. I would like to thank the 8th graders over at Divergent Middle School because they are working on their citizenship and civics project, Project Citizen Civics. And they wanted to do a presentation regarding the recess situation. And since many of them came from Abbott Elementary, which is, a former neurotypical school, we transitioned to neurodivergent, of course, because, look at them. Elementary, you got it rocking over there, guys. But unfortunately, recess is much more of a thing in elementary school, middle school. 8th graders, y'all didn't have much recess time. And you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I think that we all can learn from you. We know we have that community of learnership. So 8th graders, way to go. You did a great project, very scientific. You took some data. You talked to everybody. You went out and made those personal first-person connections. Super proud of you. And you asked to have more recess time. But when you have recess, you have also mentioned in your project, which I thought was quite brilliant, that the 8th grade playground doesn't have a whole lot going on. It's kind of a field. It's the football field and sports fields. So we are going to work with our community partners. So I want to shout out and make a wish in the wish building here at the district and say, shoot a wish out And please, folks, if you can help us out by creating an 8th grade version of a playground. This used to be my playground, but now it is not. So let's give our little players something fun to noodle with, something they can tinker with, create, build a bit, and still have some swings and good stuff like that. So we'll put the wish out there, but wish granted, you will have recess time. Time granted. We can do that. So we will give you some more recess time, but we'll see if we can reach out to community partners. So 8th graders, I challenge you to reach out, make those connections, and we are going to learn about grant writing. So coming up, we are morphing what we are doing for the next couple of months. So let's work on some grants. We got this. Also, the Imagineering Lab is going to be opening very soon at the high school. So excited. Hawkins High, here we come. We will be having Lego, 3M, Disney, Crayola, everybody, all the heavy hitters of education are coming in to create the Imagineering Lab with the Imagineers from Disney to create the ultimate playground for engineering. So we want to encourage that. We're so excited. Ava, the principal over at Abbott Elementary, you're doing great. We are so excited. We see you. Girlfriend, we love you. You're quirky. We got to have lunch, but your methods are fantastic. The heart you show at that school is really, really noted. So thank you so much for that. And I wanted to thank the 6th grade class over at the middle school for working on the Anne Frank project. Way to go. We're talking World War II. We know we have to learn from history, folks. We need to recognize the characters in history, see history as a story. And it's a story of human relationships, sociology. I appreciate Stephanie, the sociologist, to come on in and talk to everybody about the sociology of what happened in Germany and how people devolves and, all of that, where we started using labels and wordplay wasn't fun anymore. It was more of a slap. And of course, we know the horrible story that continued. But to the positive, I would very much like to congratulate those folks who are working on the Anne Frank Butterfly Garden. And I heard from your little video that you made, and I saw it on TikTok, you were talking about how you made a butterfly garden because butterflies were a symbol of children back in the time of the Holocaust. And also, there was a little school down in Tennessee, kind of on the way down to Georgia, near Chattanooga, where they collected paper clips as a symbolic reference for those who passed in the Holocaust. And they were able to get an actual train car that was used to transport those individuals who were going to the camps. The story is just awful. It has a very Disney tragic quality, but they turned it to the positive, and they collected paper clips. Yeah, I think it was like over 3 million paper clips, and they have a garden there where you can go and visit that. It's really, really interesting, so everybody go Google it, but they were inspired by this story, this movie Paper Clips that they watched in class, a documentary, and they decided to create their own Anne Frank Children's Butterfly Garden. So you want to go check it out. And also to our science club, nature folk, we are very excited to have you do all of the landscaping and planning of what appropriate plants. We're also going to have a little herb garden with that. So pretty fun. We are also adding life skills. Teachers, thank you so much. You worked with the social workers and the mental health professionals. And yeah, okay, so life skills, granted. Which has to be granted on that one. We're going to work through that. We need to figure out how we're going to work it into the schedule and fund it. But yeah, the middle school definitely needs some life skills. Obviously, we want to set them up for good things in high school, and so they can already be on that road. So life skills. So we need to think about what aspects of life skills and the wheel that we need to focus on. I would like to bring in a methodology for money for small businesses. We're going to start creating small businesses, much like we did in elementary school over at Abbott, where we were able to get some little seminars from the local communities where they came in and talked about creating businesses. I remember distinctly that our kiddos were making pens. So they brought in little parts of a pen. They built the pen, which kind of represented a small business. So that was super cool. So we're going to bring in some small business skills, things like that. We're going to bring in common sense, mindfulness, all kinds of good stuff. In my case, I could have used the how to not get hit by the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, because I always figured that would probably happen to me. So, life skills. We're going to work on that, put a pin in it for later, and be thinking about how we can do that. So, okay. So, I would also like to give the Daniel Tiger Award this week to Steve. Good job, Steve. Steve helped our buddy Hessie get all situated at school. We know that she's new to the community and her family is going to bring a lot of great stuff. So thank you to that family who is joining us, hopefully via audio right about now. So hi, Hessie. Nice to see you. I hope that things with Steve went well and he was a good ambassador So the Golden Dog Bone Award will go to Steve this week, the Daniel Tiger Award for kindness and sweetness from the animal community. So way to go, buddy. It was a tie with Neville the cat. We will talk more about Neville later. So good job to Neville as well, but we'll figure out an appropriate award for a cat later. Also coming up, we have a concert. This is going to be really fun. It's an interactive concert. We have invited those folks from Stomp. And if you've not heard of Stomp, Stomp is a off-Broadway show where they take everyday objects and make really cool beats out of it. So the music department and the drum line is going to present Stomp. Super great. They made some good connections, wrote some letters, and lo and behold, magic happens. So they are going to make music out of anything, and they're going to focus on 7th graders mostly, but everyone is invited, of course. We're going to have it out in the park. Bring your favorite trash can, bucket, whatever you can, hit with something. So bring it out there. We're going to make some music. We'll see what happens and see if all of us can kind of get in sync or backstreet. Anyway, moving on. So also the 8th graders are going back to New York City. We're very excited for their end of middle school trip to New York City, the big city where they can accomplish any dream possible. We are hooking up everybody with interviews and daily workstation kind of areas that they're all going to be put into. So the visual arts department, communications, everybody, theater. We are working to get our kiddos in the 8th grade hooked up with the right people to accomplish dreams. So I want to thank everybody because I was able to take part in that at the School of the Arts. Very excited. I went to New York City and I was able to see all the Broadway shows. I saw Stomp myself. I saw Beauty and the Beast, all kinds of neat stuff, which blew my mind at that age and gave me all that visual thinking I really needed and game making I needed to someday become a student. So here I am. I was actually hooked up with, I want to be an animator. So they somehow, I don't know how they did it, the PTO. Thank you all for making this also happen, for pitching in. Somebody made me a connection with an animator in New York City, a young woman who was probably in her early 20s. She was kind of starting out and she was working for a company that made commercials. And she was working on making a Cheerio. And so I was invited to her office and I got to spend the day sitting with her in her tiny little office with a great view of New York City. I couldn't even believe it that she was looking at that every day. But sitting ahead of her really giant monitor and staring all day at the texture of a Cheerio. She had the coolest job in the whole wide world. And then watching it fall into the milk, which took hours, was fascinating. It was the coolest rabbit hole I had ever been down. And it was the first chance that I ever had to see what my real career was like, especially since I didn't think I could actually go to Pixar or anything like that. So to whoever you were, I don't remember your name. I was just a kid. But if you animated a Cheerio and remember a little kid named Suzanne who got to go to New York City and she was from Florida and she sat with you all day making a Cheerio, I'm going to put a flare out to you and say thank you. So because of that, we are so excited to see what the 8th graders will come back with. They will all be presenting little video projects about what they learned and what their days were like. So excited. So let's make those connections and make them weird, okay? Let's get them the weirdest, coolest job we can possibly find, and New York City is the place to go. Also, we're getting through almost to the end, everybody. We are rocking and rolling just a little bit more, and then it's food time. So other good news, we have some people who are earning their red cardigan today. This is the best. I'm so excited. Thank you, teachers. We have some teachers that are retiring, and we really want to thank you for all of your efforts. It's time to get you the red cardigan. You will be presented with the red cardigan very soon at your awards ceremony. You will get your golden expo marker, all of those kinds of good things. And thank you for your service. We appreciate your service. I salute you. Thank you. Without you, we would be, I don't know. But thank you. We hope that you enjoy your retirement, and we would like to always request that you come back and level up to Umi and Aunties. And that squad, we are all volunteers, and we are in our retirement years with all of that wonderful pedagogical knowledge. So go travel. And in your retirement, instead of Gold Watch, you will be getting an Apple Watch with training on how to use it and how great it is for your personal health and sleep and all that good stuff. But more importantly, you will have a giant package of Mary Poppins bag that you've always wanted with stuff just for you, including lots of gift cards to all kinds of restaurants and activities around town, bowling, you name it, the movies. So you can go have some fun. You've earned it. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. But most importantly, everybody's favorite retirement gift is you get 1 year of free airline flights all over the world. Very cool. And of course, you get discounts through our travel agency. Thank you so much for you folks who are hooking them up with accommodations and all that good stuff. So enjoy your year off, travel the world, do some cool stuff, and then come back and mentor the kids as you are able. So we want to thank the following folks for their service, and we appreciate you. Okay, so see more clearly. Thank you, Seymour, for all of the work that you did with helping us to understand your vision. And we appreciate you and your strategy when it came to understanding the finance portion of how to run our schools, and ended up teaching finance at high school. So thank you so much. Dr. UB Kidden. Dr. Kidden, what a great guy. Taught public speaking over at the high school and theater, which I thought was great. We did a lot of great impromptu things with his class. We really appreciate that. And he partnered up with Professor Laffmore, William Laffmore. He was a great guy as well. They partnered together and were able to work in tandem. So lots of fun. Okay. Now, Professor Tainment. Edutainment, of course, is someone that provided all of that wonderful play therapy for all of us, for the teachers, for the kids, did after school programs. Another former coach. Shout out to you. Thank you for all of the help in the bounce houses. Now, also in pre-K, thank you. You must be exhausted. Oh, pre-K. That's herding puppies. What a fun job. And Miss Day, thank you, Miss Day. I've heard so many good things about you coming into this job. And Sunny Day, our pre-K lead, thank you. We appreciate you so much for having that Mr. Rogers spirit. We appreciate you so much. You have definitely leveled up to fairyhood, so we appreciate you. Just a couple more, but Dr. Case. Oh, Dr. Case, our expert on hesitation science. Yes. Dr. Justine Case, a fantastic psychoeducator and social worker. She worked with some of our kiddos on dealing with hesitation and how to work through that in a successful, mindful, and Socratic way. So we appreciate you for that. Superintendent O.G. Willikers, who realized that fear was helpful and helped us to understand fear a little bit more. So our fear expert, very good. Principal, Miss Anita Principal. She also taught ethics over at the high school as well. We appreciate your contributions to our district and to help to keep us honest. Thank you. And your little dog Candor is wonderful. Thank you. And Professor Myback, Coach Myback, you changed us. Thank you for sponsoring the soccer teams, lacrosse, all these at Quidditch. Thank you for all of the games that you brought to us. The parachute game at PE. You brought back parachutes to everybody with all kinds of fun balls and bouncing around playing popcorns. Oh, Coach Myback. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. So, Pat Myback, I appreciate you. And of course, I'm saving the best for last. The true wizards in life, our librarians. We are sadly saying goodbye to one of our librarians, but not to worry, she has leveled up one of our other librarians to take her place and become one of the library fairies. We thank you. We thank you. I also want to thank this woman for all of the work on the banning books situation that we have. Nothing is perfect. We have to deal with things, other people's point of view. We understand that there are some folks that maybe had some questions about some of the books in the library. So instead, our librarian, Ms. Turner, what she did is she went and spoke with them and had a big session in the library, a big seminar with the families after school. Lots of great food options and local businesses supported it. It was a really great event where we allowed them to discuss some of their concerns about specific books. We went book by book by book, and on the list where they submitted it ahead of time, we spoke with them about their concerns, let them have their minute, and then we discussed, have they read the whole book? What are specific pieces? We broke it apart, just like we do in school. It was great with the families, and we were able to work out some things that it was more about concepts as usual, not the specific content. And we also had to get them a little reminder about their own childhood and what they read, and we talked a lot about that. So, Miss Turner, way to go. She was talking about some of those edgy books back in our libraries as kids and how important it is for us to understand the safety of books, and that she is a professional and that she studied all kinds of bibliotherapy and children's books and all that kind of great stuff. And she worked with Dr. Julie Stepp on that. But she is saying goodbye for now to go explore the world and tell her story. So I salute you to our librarian, Miss Turner, Miss Paige Turner. Thank you for your library service. We appreciate you. And so to all of you, I wish you all the best. the red cardigan is going to be available to you. And I think we'll even do a little seminar where we can be dazzled in. So very good. Also, a couple of their last little bits and pieces. Olive is in ag science, one of our animal friends. Thank you, Hagrid, for taking great care of our folks and animals out there in the nether regions. So Olive is our reindeer friend. So works as a Patronus, things like that. So all of the other reindeer, thank you so much for you and all the good work you're doing out there with animal science. Also, our early morning talk show host on the radio, Earl. Hey, Earl. Earl and the guys, Earl and Will in the mornings. We love you on the radio. Thank you so much for all you're doing to help our district, and you're getting that word out for us. We appreciate the radio helping to be our little virtual post office to give information. So Earl and Will, Mr. Riser, early riser, and we'll be fine. Thank you, the Patience expert. We love you. And you have that wonderful dog named Patience as well. So that's really cool. Way to go. And so let's see. Anything else we have on the list, everybody? We are pretty good. Oh, yes. Finally, Steve. Don't forget, Steve. Steve let all the pups know that we are having the puppy corral. The great puppy corral is coming near the puppy bowl. We have the puppy bowl in the spring along with the Super Bowl, but puppy corralling is the greatest week coming up right near Thanksgiving. So excited. We are thankful for dogs. And so Steve is in charge of the puppy corral. So we let all the elementary kids, usually second graders, learn the value of being a big brother, big sister, big person, and mentor by bringing a whole bunch of puppies into the second grade, put them in the classroom, and let them run around and work with the kids on how to train them. And it's sort of that how to train your dragon for little kids. So lots of fun. The middle schoolers will be challenged to do the same, except they will have kittens because, we know the middle schoolers are a little more like cats, a little bit more free thinking and strong-willed. So that strong will is a good thing. So we need to up the challenge. So middle schoolers will have the opportunity for kitten wrangling later on. But the puppy corral is coming. So much fun. Lawyers, just turn around for a second. Okay, it's fine. Just look, shiny object over there. Lawyers, hey, over there. See that? Very cool. Okay, puppy. Think puppy. Think about what puppy you would want. Okay, so everybody else, look, it's going to be fine. Okay, just keep it safe. Check your surroundings. Make sure we puppy-proof everything, kid-proof. This room is already second grade proof anyway, so it's kind of like a puppy. Check for safety. We always do that. We'll keep the lawyers at bay. Hey, lawyers. So what dog did you pick? Okay. Moving on. Last couple of bits of note. The elementary school, Abbott Elementary. I would like to say hello to our mascots. And over at Abbott Elementary, Gritty from the Philadelphia Flyers. Hello, Gritty. They're going to be doing all kinds of events with mascots. All the different mascots from all the different schools will be getting together to do seminars after school about cheerleading and fun. And so the cheer coaches will be joining with that and about how to rile up a crowd and get everybody excited. So that mindfulness seminar is coming up real soon with those magical creatures and all that good stuff. So thank you to Janine over at Abbott Elementary. I saw some video from season 2, episode 1 on development day where you were working to get Gritty over at the school. So I saw the video. I see you. Thank you so much. Also, mascots. We're working with the mascot development in the middle school since it's sort of an organic thing. We were talking about Fox. A fox is great. I enjoy foxes. I've always loved foxes my whole life. Robin Hood. Should have worn pants, but it's okay. Good values, all that. But actually, we're just going to play with that. It's not really the fox as an animal. I'm actually talking about Fox the Phoenix. So Fox the Phoenix, magical creature, perfect for middle school. Fox is going to be, I believe, our new mascot. We're going to put that to a vote, and everybody's going to see what we think. The story of the Phoenix, great for middle school. I love it. Phoenixes rise up. Now, high school, of course, we have the Hawkins Tigers. We love you. Go Tigers. And, of course, we all know a big shout out to Daniel, our mascot over there at the high school. Daniel Tiger. Appreciate you. Lots and lots of hugs. Love you. I like the new little red cardigan that you have going on with your costume. So keep it up, buddy. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, last but not least, we want to look around always for everybody to think about the egg hunt. Egg hunt's coming up in the spring, and we are really excited about that. We love the egg hunt, but remember that the egg hunt is a media-based project. It's not we're going out in the field and picking up eggs. No. and divergently. And remember that the egg hunt is all media based. So whatever creation you create out in the media, whether it be audio, video, animation, I don't know, whatever world you live in, game, remember, throw those Easter eggs out. Thank you to the Duffer Brothers for working with us on the egg hunt that we worked on last year, for putting out Easter eggs all over the place. We see you. We see you. And in that spirit, I would like to assign you your challenge of the week, everybody. Challenge of the week. Remember, we don't like homework in this world. We think homework is something that you assign yourself when you realize you have to work. But we offer challenges here because we would like you to take that spark and run with it and create a light bulb. So here we go. So our adult challenge for the week is, I would love for you all to take a minute, relax. You have the rest of the day to do this because you have the day off. Nice. To check out a little video clip for me. And we're going to be talking about this in a further meeting later on and dissecting it, strategically looking at it from all angles and seeing how we can better ourselves from what the Duffer Brothers were trying to tell us and the egg hunt that they sent us on. So, challenge of the week. Here we go. Season 4, Episode 1, Stranger Things. No spoilers, but I need you to fast forward through the beginning part, which is highly kind of traumatic, not necessary for this purpose. Anything with Vecna, you don't need. Okay, so the Vecna part, we do not need. We're not ready for Vecna yet. We have not ascended to that level as of yet. We're still dealing with Bowser's, folks. So Vecna is coming, but not yet. That's a further season from now. It's been a lot of fun to plan out what we're doing in the future school years. We're working on about 3 years ahead now and looking at our connections there. So what I need you to do, watch Stranger Things. And what we are going to be taking a look at is, we have a representative of all of Howard Gardner's types of learning styles, people who swim in a certain type of learning style. For example, Dustin makes an appearance. Of course, he is science-based. He's kind of an engineer. He's creative and inventor type of kid. For example, Steve, of course, he's a kinetic learner, likes sports, doesn't trust himself when it comes to academics, lack of self-confidence and encouragement, but is kind of everybody's babysitter. So it has the chops to be a great coach, social worker, things like that, professor, inspiration. So what I need you all to do is go ahead and watch Stranger Things, Season 4, Episode 1, skip through Vecna, and I want you to take a look at all the players. We have all of Gardner's kids out here, out in the garden. Now, what I think is really interesting is, thank you to Stephanie, our sociologist, for reminding me to point this out. We need to take a look at the players in the game, because we can learn a lot from the kids. So watch the kids, all divergent, super, super smart kids. You have 11, you have, with maybe doesn't have her magical ability right now, we have Susie, who makes an appearance. All the kids are there, the whole clan. So now, find your paladin. What I'd like you to do is to watch the sociology of the school. Watch the kids, watch what they are good at and where their interests lie. Look at their motivation. For example, Lucas, he joins the basketball team. Well, more of a kinetic learner type of kid, sure. Loves basketball, enjoys it. You can also think about the sociology of the 80s and race and all that if you want. But Lucas definitely is a physical kid. He always was in the show. So basketball can be a good outlet for his anxiety. The kids in the town had lost lots of people due to this fire. And so they're grieving, and there's a discussion of that as well. So it kind of deals with mental health. It deals with coaching. It deals with sports. It deals with a juxtaposition of Dungeons and Dragons as nerd sports, where a lot of people don't gather. There aren't crowds. I would absolutely love to see Dungeons and Dragons played in an arena where almost like those, competitive video games are played. But I'd like you to pay attention to Erica and the importance of the middle schoolers. Please pay attention to the middle schooler and her entrance like a boss. So I had a nice warm fuzzy feeling when I saw Erica, because I thought about Ava. She warped me forward to Ava the principal over at Abbott. You have that same pioneer American spirit, because remember, Erica, you can't have America without Erica. So check out Erica, check out all these kiddos and see what they're doing, see what their point of view is, see the choices they have to make, whether they be morally correct, Susie, or whether or not they are something that they just have to do. Or maybe they're just a victim of circumstance like Eddie, where a social worker would have done he and Max a whole lot of good. The care team would have been sent out over to the trailer park where they were living at the time, and we could have helped these families because they were going through a severe time of trauma. So Think about Eddie. Think about what could have become of him. Think about Max and how she would love to zone out in her own metaverse of running up that hill, which, sister, I did that exact same song, Kate Bush. Thank you, Kate Bush, for your contributions to my mental well-being. Thank you for that. The Walkman was a powerful, powerful thing. Okay, so we're just about done now. Please go watch that episode. I want you to noodle all about that. Enjoy the show. It's only about 30 minutes of your time. You have over a month to watch it. Time is not a problem, but I do want you to watch it and give yourself the option to think. Okay? So, to close out for the day, remember the motto of our school district. We follow CEI. CEI is Creativitas Efficienta Ingenium, meaning creativity, efficiency, and ingenuity. And it's probably likely that I'm going to butcher that because reading was not my best subject. But I will work on it, get it pronounced correctly, and move on. So I would like everybody to keep your superior gyruses open, popping, and working. Remember, that's your idea center. Keep that idea center popping because it means you're having fun. Don't let it go into the dangerous world of anxiety and let Amy the amygdala get a little bit too busy. So keep her occupied, let her draw, let her express herself, play the guitar, whatever she's going to do. And I would like you to enjoy your weekend. Everybody go have adventure time, have fun, go watch some Stranger Things, learn from pop culture, and enjoy it. I will be drinking my Ecto Cooler back in my office, and if anybody needs me, let me know. But if you want to talk D&D after the meeting, I will meet you in the back by the croissants. Okay. In the meantime, bagels for everyone. Enjoy. Thank you for your time, and have a great rest of your week. Enjoy.